Hey, welcome back. This is the Phil Kelly Project. Tonight we have Bill Collins joining us. Bill was with the North Texas Lab Band in the 1970s. My goodness, he's played with a lot of people like Ray Charles and Ella Fitzgerald, Mel Torme, and he's got a couple of degrees, one from TCU, one from North Texas, and he was an adjunct professor for a long time, and now he has a museum of jazz in Sherman, Texas, and we'll talk more about that later. But Bill, thanks for coming on. Glad you could be here to talk with us about Phil Kelly tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to really enjoy this, but I hope I'm what you want because I really never had a whole lot of contact with Phil. Just kind of we were in the same business and kind of crossed paths, but I never really spent a lot of time with him.
Well, can you remember maybe a time when you first met him, or when you started, maybe or an early time when you were playing with him?
Well, that's just it. Our paths never really crossed in terms of playing together. And he was he was one of the best drummers in town, as you know. And by the time I came up, he was pretty much retired from playing, and because he's a little bit older than me. And then also, by the time I was really getting into the recording situation, he was pretty much gone from that. So
Yeah.
my part of his life was trying to preserve some of his recordings, which is kind of what I do with the museum anyway, try to preserve stuff. So Jay Saunders had a lot of his jingles that Jay had played on, the trumpet player, Jay Saunders.
Yeah.
And so they were on open reel tape. So Jay said I could take them home and digitize them, and then we could preserve them that way.
Yeah.
So I called Phil Kelly, and of course we knew each other. Everybody in the business knows each other. But like I say, I never really worked with him. But he said, yeah, go ahead, and he'd love for me to, digitize them and send him a copy of what I had. So we got quite a bit of jingle stuff that I sent him whatever I could get from Jay. And then I made a few YouTubes from some of those things. And then, go ahead.
Well, Bill's YouTube channel is extensive. It's at 30 Volvos. I'll put that up so that people can enjoy that. It's almost 600 music videos. You can stay busy on Bill's YouTube site.
Yeah, I can't find anything on my own site.
I know the feeling. Well,
I'm wondering if those jingles that we have up are the ones that Jay did.
They could have been some of them. The thing is, we just don't know exactly, what the.
That's what we're trying to organize.
Yeah. But like I say, he gave me permission to use these jingles of his that I digitized from Jay.
Yeah.
Phil did. So that's why I did that, and of course they're fantastic.
Do you still talk to Jay?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, could you kind of get a foot in the door for us so we can, because I've left him a message, but I don't know if he really knows that we're valid or if he wants to get involved or what, but we just want to interview the same way we're doing with you.
I'll tell him to contact you because he was on a lot of those sessions. Don Thomas would have been playing first trumpet on most of those sessions. Yeah. Jay would have been playing second trumpet on most of those sessions.
Daryl went up there with me to Washington when I was going to take care of my dad at the last 2 years ago, and he basically told us what we're doing. He gave us the idea, and he says, "Hey, take a thumb drive and stick it in my computer and get as much music as you can, and we can put it in a website." And Daryl says, "Yeah, that should be pretty. It might be tough, but we should be able to do that." And this is the culmination of that.
It's been fun, Bill.
Thanks for doing it.
I know what you're doing. You've been working on this jazz museum for 15 years now. And I'm sure for you, that's your labor of love with your wife and your daughter involved in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to come visit.
We're going to come up to Sherman and go to the museum, definitely.
In fact, we're driving home from the museum right now because we've been working up there today, getting ready for Randy Lee to come up there on Saturday to play.
That's another person I'd like to talk to is Randy Lee. That's another person.
He was
My
on some of
dad
those
mentioned
sessions.
him all the time.
If
Yeah,
we can,
Randy would have been on a lot of those sessions too.
Wow,
And
that
Chuck
would be
Modernock. Have you talked to Chuck Modernock?
no.
Okay,
I'll have
I'll
to.
get him to contact you too.
Yeah, all the we'll put up our email addresses. It's interviews at philkelly.org, I believe is what it is, isn't it, Daryl?
well, yes, Brian at philkelly.org and me. Yeah. I will put those up. Bill, goodness, that I can't wait to see that museum. Does Phil Kelly figure into any part of that museum? Do you, if we were to browse around, would we see credits on the albums on the wall, or maybe
Um,
recordings?
well, he was more into the jingle business, and
Yeah.
I have albums on the walls, but I don't really have a connection to how to get him on display other than showing YouTube's, which we also do that up there.
It's funny
And
that what massive collection we're discovering. He's written a book that wasn't published. I don't know if you know this, the sixth floor museum in Dallas, the music that is there for that installation is all his. It was
oh,
back.
I didn't,
Yeah,
I
first when
didn't
they
know that.
did it. Yeah, and that was a very big labor of love. He did a bunch of stuff. Six Flags was a big, the commercials for them. When
Oh
you
yeah,
played there, he was doing the commercials for them.
yeah. And I've got some of those jingles that are fantastic from the Six Flags days, and the Ford Motor Company and Zales, and they're just
GM.
fantastic. In fact, let me say before I forget it, and we go on to something else. His music, when I hear his stuff, it was too good to be jingle music, if that makes any sense.
Oh, I agree 100%. Yeah.
It was so good. It was just
I
it
always
was
say it's when commercials were good back then. That's what it
yeah,
was. And they'd stuff all y'all into one recording booth and
yeah.
there'd be a whole symphony in there and
But
very
his stuff
interesting.
it could stand alone. It didn't need a
Yeah.
jingle. It stuff was that it was way beyond jingle stuff.
Have
So
you are you familiar with the CDs that the last three that he did?
no, but I've listened to some of the ones you've been posting.
Those are the one that's my museum is the one that he got the Grammy
Oh,
nomination.
oh, sure. Oh no, I've got all those CDs. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
and
mentioned.
we kind of built off of that, and then we just started finding movie scores and just all kinds of stuff. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Very,
Well,
very cool.
the other thing I was going to mention was when about 4 years ago. Do you know Harvey Anderson, the sax player?
Mm, I've heard that name. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a big band in Dallas for years, and even though he died in 1992, his daughter 4 years ago gave me all of his tapes that they
Oh,
finally went through, and actually didn't go through them. They just decided to get rid of them, and they contacted me. So I started transferring all of his tapes, digitizing his cassette tapes. And Phil Kelly was playing drums on a lot of those tapes.
oh, wow. Are they at the
That's right.
museum?
Well, they're on YouTube,
Oh, wow.
uh,
Okay, we'll look that
and
up.
some of those were with Doc Severinsen when he would come into Fort Worth or
See, we have
Dallas.
that picture of him with Doc that we posted. I thought it was you that posted that picture. That's why we thought you were involved with that. I guess it's
Not
Harvey's
necessarily.
picture. I
It
guess
was
it's
from Harvey
Harvey.
Anderson. Yeah,
Mm,
Harvey contracted those gigs, and your dad was playing drums,
yeah.
and that's where I first heard him play drums was from those, and he was the best drummer in town, not
Yeah,
just the best
one of
writer.
them was Night Journey that became Doc's album.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
right,
one of had Spanish Dreams on it. That was
yeah.
the
But the ones
wow.
I got from Harvey was maybe like at a country club, like Ridgely Country Club in Fort
Oh
Worth,
wow. That's the
and just
pictures that we've seen.
yeah,
Yeah.
just the one night, and I think it was on 1971. And Doc, they flew in Doc, and just recorded live. And Harvey didn't want anybody to hear those tapes for years. He kept them to himself because he liked
That's
having them,
funny.
only one owning them.
And then they made the album. That's so interesting.
But I think your dad at some point got a few of those tapes
Yeah.
from that band because I heard some of the things that you posted from those car
Yeah.
CDs. There's a couple of those same things that I heard that Harvey had. So
Oh
he
wow.
was getting it from Harvey Anderson.
Yeah. And Ridgely's a little room. I know that by experience.
It is.
Yeah, that and Colonial Country Club. Oh my gosh.
So,
But the great thing is that these cassette tapes survived for 50 years, and Harvey's daughter said they were just kept in a barn in Cleburne, Texas.
wow.
Well,
So the fact that they survived was just fantastic.
well, I'm on one side of your museum. I'm up in Guthrie, Oklahoma, where Leon Breeden was born, and then Daryl's still down in DFW. So, are you in Fort Worth?
We live in McKinney now because
Oh, okay.
our daughter moved there, and it's kind of in between Dallas and
Beautiful
Sherman, and
town. I love McKinney. Yeah.
seems to be a good central place to live right now.
Yeah. You can just cut across to Denton.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we love it there, and like I say, I'm going to Sherman all the time to the museum and doing just it's my retirement project.
Oh, wow. Well, we can't wait to come up there and see you and experience the museum. That'll be really fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, anytime, and thanks for all you guys are doing because this stuff needs to be saved.
Yeah, it's a lifetime thing for me and Daryl, definitely. Hopefully we can make something out of it.
Bill, I hope that we can talk with you again someday after we've learned a little bit more. I mean, you know so much, and we're, we haven't been where you've been. So,
well, I have to admit that Jay Saunders and those guys can tell you more than I could about the Phil
Yeah.
Kelly years.
Well, we can do a remote up there at the museum when we go up there and film that and put it up. That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be great. Sure, love
Okay.
to.
All right, and they'll give some exposure to that because people need to go see that. I mean, that's where music starts. It's funny. I know more jazzers from Tulsa than anybody else. It's crazy. It really is.
Jazz is big in Oklahoma. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. It's slow swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I appreciate you coming on and letting us interview. This is very interesting and very informative.
Well, like I said, thanks for all y'all are doing because somebody needs to preserve all this stuff. It really is important to save it.
Real music's going away, and I don't want it to. No, we've
That's
got to
right.
have, us
That's right.
few. I mean, I'm a horn player. Daryl's a horn player.
Okay. Well, you understand then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same as dying.
Yeah, and you don't forget either. Yeah, I am picked up a baritone or anything in years, but the other day I picked one up. I play a scale, so you don't forget. You really don't.
well, Bill,
Yep.
thank you very much, and we will talk to you again. We will want to come visit you, and so you haven't heard the last of us. We're
Okay, and I'll get Jay Saunders to get in touch with you guys.
Okay, yeah, and the other gentleman that you mentioned, Randy Lee.
Andy Lee and maybe John or not too.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate
Okay.
talking to you. Thank you, Bill.
Good to talk to y'all.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye.
well. So
That was awesome.
yes.
So we know where the picture came from and who that was. It wasn't him, it was somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's gone, so we can't find anything out but him. But
Okay, we can speculate a little bit now that he's gone.
Yeah.
We can talk a
He
little.
gave us some. I want to hear those recordings that he has. He's got some recordings and
Jingles. He's got jingles too. So
Yeah.
not just the live recordings, but more of the commercial music. And you know how
It's
you
gonna be great.
stuff. You're
All
right.
right. Well, first one in the can. I can't beat it.